and thank you for spending this quiet night with us. Tonight, we drift out among the great glowing clouds that hang between the stars, the soft and colorful mists that we call nebulae. Each one is a vast gathering of gas and dust, drifting slowly through the dark. And in these gentle clouds, the whole story of the stars quietly unfolds. For nebulae are both cradles and resting places, the soft nurseries where new stars are gently born, and the tender graves where old stars return their glowing gas to the dark. There is nothing to fear here, only wonder, unhurried and warm. So loosen your shoulders, let your breathing grow slow and even, and sink a little deeper into wherever you are lying. Close your eyes and let these 100 gentle facts about the nebulae carry you softly out into the calm and all the way down into sleep. Fact 1. A nebula is a vast cloud of gas and dust drifting slowly through the space between the stars, held loosely together in the dark. Some are only a light year or so across, and some stretch for hundreds of light years. Imagine a soft and glowing mist hanging in the black, so wide and so gentle that it seems to hold perfectly still. Picture the sheer calm of it, a great cloud drifting so slowly that nothing in it ever seems to stir. As you rest here, let that soft drifting cloud steady your own breathing, deep and even and unhurried. There is nothing rushed in a nebula, only a slow and patient drifting through the dark. And so each nebula hangs quietly in the deep, gentle beyond all measure, resting softly in the silence between the stars. Fact 2. The word nebula simply means cloud, an old and gentle name given long ago to the soft, misty patches that early watchers saw among the stars. Imagine those long ago nights, dark and quiet, when someone gazed up and named those faint glowing smudges after the clouds of a summer sky. Picture the softness of the idea. A cloud drifting not in our own air, but far out among the stars. As you lie here, let that gentle old name settle over you, calm and simple and mild. There is comfort in a word so soft, given to something so vast and far away. And so the nebulae carry their gentle old name through the ages, calm and mild, drifting quietly in the dark. Fact 3. Nebulae are made mostly of hydrogen, the lightest and simplest gas there is, mixed with a little helium and a fine scattering of dust. This is the same gentle stuff from which all the stars are made. Imagine a vast, soft cloud of the simplest gas in the universe, drifting calm and thin through the dark. Picture how gentle and pure that great mist must be, mostly the first light breath of the cosmos. As you rest, let that image of a soft and simple cloud settle over you, calm and even and slow. There is a quiet beauty in something so vast, made of something so simple. And so the nebulae drift on, made of the gentlest gas there is, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 4. Between all the stars of a galaxy drifts a thin veil of gas and dust called the interstellar medium. And where it gathers thickly enough, a nebula is quietly born. Imagine a faint and gentle mist spread through the whole of the galaxy, calm and still, thickening softly here and there into clouds. Picture how patient that thin veil must be, drifting for ages, slowly gathering into something we can see. As you lie here, let that soft and spreading mist settle over your thoughts, dim and calm and slow. There is a quiet promise in it, the gentle raw material of stars yet to come. And so the interstellar medium drifts on between the stars, faint and soft and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 5. Nebulae are enormous, far larger than anything in our own small sky. A single one can stretch from less than a light year across to many hundreds of light years wide. Imagine a cloud so vast that light itself, the fastest thing there is, would take centuries to cross it. Picture how gentle and slow so great a cloud must be, drifting calmly across distances almost too large to hold in the mind. As you rest, let that vastness feel not lonely but soothing, a wide and quiet room with endless space to breathe. There is deep calm in something so immense and so soft. And so the great nebulae drift on through the dark, vast and gentle, resting quietly in the endless night. Fact 6. For all their vast size, nebulae are astonishingly thin, far emptier than the air of any room on Earth. It is only their great size that lets us see them at all. Imagine a cloud so tenuous that a handful of it would hold almost nothing, and yet spread so wide that it glows softly across the dark. Picture how gentle and delicate that great thin mist must be, barely there and yet immense. As you lie here, let that image of something so soft and so faint settle over you, calm and light and slow. There is a quiet wonder in a cloud that is almost nothing and yet fills the sky. And so the nebulae drift on, thin and soft and vast, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 7. The nebulae hold the whole gentle story of the stars, for stars are born from these clouds, and when stars die, they return their gas to them again. They are at once the cradles and the resting places of the stars. Imagine a soft cloud giving rise to new suns, and far away another cloud receiving the last breath of an old one, all part of one slow and patient turning. Picture how gentle that great cycle must be, birth and return, drifting endlessly through the dark. As you rest, let that quiet circle settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and sure. There is deep peace in so gentle and endless a turning. And so the nebulae cradle the stars and receive them home, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 8. So the nebulae play two gentle roles: the nurseries, where new stars are quietly kindled, and the soft shrouds of the dying, where old stars gently let their gas drift away. Both are calm, and both are beautiful. Imagine one soft cloud warm with the light of new stars, and another glowing gently around a star at the end of its long life. Picture how peaceful both must be, birth and rest drifting side by side in the dark. As you lie here, let that image of gentle beginnings and gentle endings settle over you, calm and slow and soft. There is comfort in knowing that even endings here are soft. And so the nebulae hold both the cradle and the grave, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 9. A nebula is a slow and patient thing, drifting cold and dark for ages before anything at all begins to stir within it. Nothing here is ever in a hurry. Imagine a great cloud hanging quietly in the deep, calm and cold and still, waiting across millions of years for gravity to gently gather it. Picture how patient that long stillness must be. A cloud content simply to drift and wait. As you rest, let that deep patience settle over you, slow and calm and sure. There is a soothing rest in something so unhurried, so willing to wait. And so the nebulae drift on through the ages, patient beyond all haste, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 10. By the vast measure of the stars, the brightest nebulae are fleeting things, glowing softly for only a few million years before they gather into stars or drift away into the dark. Imagine a soft, glowing cloud that shines for a while like a candle in the night, then quietly fades as its gas moves on. Picture how gentle that slow passing must be. A beautiful cloud easing softly out of sight across the ages. As you lie here, let that image of gentle impermanence settle over you, calm and slow and soft. There is a quiet tenderness in something so lovely and so brief, and so the nebulae glow and fade gently through the dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the endless night. Fact 11. Woven through every nebula is dust, tiny grains of carbon and rock finer than smoke, made long ago in the winds of old and dying stars. Imagine a soft haze of the smallest specks drifting through the glowing gas, gentle as motes in a shaft of afternoon light. Picture how fine and patient that scattered dust must be, drifting quietly through the great cloud across the ages. As you rest, let that image of soft, drifting dust settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet beauty in something so small, filling something so vast. And so the dust drifts on through the nebulae, fine and soft and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 12. The nebulae come in a few gentle kinds, glowing clouds that shine with their own light, soft clouds that only reflect the starlight, dark clouds that quietly hide the stars, and the tender shells cast off by dying suns. Imagine a slow gallery of these clouds drifting past, each one calm and lovely in its own quiet way. Picture how peaceful it would be to drift among them, one after another, in no hurry at all. As you lie here, let that gentle variety wash softly over you, calm and slow and mild. There is room in the dark for every kind of nebula. And so they drift on through the deep, glowing and dark and soft, resting quietly in the endless night. Fact 13. The coldest and darkest nebulae of all are the molecular clouds, so cold and calm that their atoms gently join into molecules, drifting quietly in the deep. These are the great cradles where stars begin. Imagine a vast dark cloud, calm and cold and still, holding within it the quiet promise of every star to come. Picture how patient that great dark nursery must be, waiting across long ages in the silent dark. As you rest, let that image of a calm and waiting cloud settle over you, slow and soft and still. There is a gentle hope in something so quietly full of beginnings. And so the molecular clouds drift on through the dark, cold and calm and patient, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 14. A molecular cloud is among the coldest places where anything is happening at all. Only 10 or 20 degrees above the deepest cold there can ever be. Imagine a cloud so deeply cold that it drifts in perfect calm, its gentle gas barely stirring at all. Picture how still and quiet so cold a place must be, hushed and slow beyond any winter night. As you lie here, let that deep and gentle cold settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and soft. There is a profound stillness in something so quietly cold. And so the cold molecular clouds drift on through the dark, calm and still and patient, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 15. Some of these are giant molecular clouds, vast enough to hold the gas of 1,000,000 suns, drifting slowly through the arms of the galaxy. Imagine a single cloud so enormous it could give rise to 1,000,000 stars, and yet drifting calm and quiet through the dark. Picture how gentle and patient so vast a cradle must be, holding the makings of countless suns within it. As you rest, let that image of an immense and quiet cloud settle over you, calm and slow and vast. There is deep peace in something so great and so full of gentle promise. And so the giant molecular clouds drift on through the galaxy, vast and calm and patient, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 16. Deep within a molecular cloud, gravity works ever so slowly, gently gathering the gas into denser and denser knots across long ages. Imagine the soft gas drawing quietly together, little by little, calm and patient, in no hurry at all. Picture how gentle that slow gathering must be, a cloud easing softly inward upon itself across millions of years. As you lie here, let that image of a slow and patient drawing together settle over you, calm and smooth and slow. There is a soothing rhythm in something gathering so gently. And so the gas draws slowly inward within the cloud, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 17. Within the dark clouds float the Bok globules, small dense knots of cold gas and dust, quiet cocoons in which a single star or a small family of stars will slowly form. Imagine a soft dark pocket within the greater cloud, calm and still, cradling the first faint stirrings of a star. Picture how gentle and patient that little cocoon must be, wrapped quietly around its slow beginning. As you rest, let that image of a small dark cradle settle over your thoughts, calm and soft and slow. There is a quiet tenderness in so small and patient a beginning. And so, the Bok globules drift on within the clouds, dark and calm and patient, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 18. As a knot of gas slowly collapses, its center gently warms, and deep inside the dark cocoon, a protostar begins to glow, the first soft warmth of a star to come. Imagine a faint warmth kindling quietly at the heart of a dark cloud, gathering softly across long ages. Picture how tender and slow that first glow must be, a gentle warmth deep within the drifting dust. As you lie here, let that image of a soft, new warmth settle over you, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet hope in so gentle a beginning. And so the protostar glows softly within its cocoon, patient and warm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 19. A young protostar is still wrapped in thick dust, hidden from ordinary view, its gentle warmth seen only as a soft glow of infrared light. Imagine a tiny new warmth buried deep in a dark cloud, glowing quietly where no eye could easily see. Picture how patient and hidden that soft beginning must be, warm and shrouded in gentle dust. As you rest, let that image of a hidden, growing warmth settle over your thoughts, calm and soft and slow. There is a quiet intimacy in something forming so gently out of sight. And so the young protostar glows softly within its dust, patient and warm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 20. Around a newborn star spins a gentle disk of leftover gas and dust, slowly turning, a protoplanetary disk in which worlds may one day quietly form. Imagine a soft, flat ring of dust, turning calmly around a young star, gathering slowly into planets across the ages. Picture how patient that slow spinning must be, worlds taking shape gently from the drifting dust. As you lie here, let that image of a quiet, turning disk settle over you, calm and smooth and slow. There is a gentle wonder in worlds beginning so softly. And so the protoplanetary disk turns quietly around its young star, patient and calm, resting softly in the dark. Fact 21. In the great nursery of Orion, astronomers see many of these disks softly lit against the glowing gas, and they fondly call them proplids, little cradles of planet-making dust. Imagine a scattering of soft, dusty disks drifting in a glowing cloud, each one quietly gathering the makings of new worlds. Picture how gentle and patient those little cradles must be, turning slowly in the warm light of nearby stars. As you rest, let that image of soft planet-making disks settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet tenderness in so many gentle beginnings at once. And so the proplids drift on within the Orion cloud, soft and calm and patient, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 22. A young star sometimes sends soft, glowing jets of gas streaming gently from its poles, and where they meet the cloud, they light small, tender knots called Herbig-Haro objects. Imagine two soft ribbons of glowing gas easing outward from a newborn star, calm and slow, lighting the dark cloud where they pass. Picture how gentle that quiet outflow must be, a young star breathing softly into the dark. As you lie here, let that image of soft glowing streamers settle over you, calm and smooth and slow. There is a quiet grace in so gentle a stirring. And so the Herbig-Haro objects glow softly within the clouds, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 23. When at last the heart of a protostar grows warm enough, its gentle fire quietly kindles, and a true star begins to shine, born softly from the cloud. Imagine a soft new light waking at the center of the dust, calm and steady, a star drawing its first quiet breath. Picture how gentle and patient that first shining must be, a slow warmth becoming a slow light. As you rest, let that image of a star quietly born settle over your thoughts, calm and warm and slow. There is a deep and quiet joy in so soft a beginning. And so the new star shines gently from its cradle, patient and warm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 24. Stars are rarely born alone. A single nebula usually kindles whole families of stars together, gentle clusters of siblings drifting side by side. Imagine a soft crowd of young stars lighting up together within one great cloud, calm and close and companionable. Picture how peaceful that gathering of new suns must be, born of the same cloud, drifting quietly together. As you lie here, let that image of a gentle family of stars settle over you, calm and warm and slow. There is a soft comfort in beginning together, never alone. And so the young stars shine gently side by side, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 25. As the young stars grow, their soft light and gentle winds slowly clear away the last of the cloud, until at last the new cluster shines freely, like the lovely Pleiades. Imagine a soft crowd of young blue stars emerging gently from their fading cradle, calm and bright against the dark. Picture how gentle that slow unveiling must be, a cluster easing quietly into view across the ages. As you rest, let that image of new stars, softly revealed, settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet beauty in a cradle gently opening, and so the young clusters shine free of their clouds, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 26. When hot young stars kindle within a cloud, their light sets the surrounding gas softly aglow, and the cloud becomes an emission nebula, shining with its own gentle light. Imagine a great cloud warmed into a soft glow by the young stars cradled within it, calm and luminous in the dark. Picture how gentle and even that soft shining must be, a whole cloud quietly lit from within. As you lie here, let that image of a softly glowing cloud settle over you, warm and dim and slow. There is a deep peace in so gentle a light. And so the emission nebulae glow softly through the dark, patient and warm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 27. The soft light of hot young stars gently energizes the hydrogen around them, and that hydrogen glows a quiet rose red, the most common and gentle color of the nebulae. Imagine a vast cloud glowing softly in shades of rose and pink, calm and warm against the black. Picture how gentle and even that soft red light must be, spread quietly across the drifting gas. As you rest, let that soft rose glow settle over your thoughts, warm and mild and slow, like the last gentle color of a fading evening. There is a quiet warmth in so soft a light, and so the hydrogen clouds glow gently red through the dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 28. These glowing clouds of hydrogen wrapped around hot young stars have a gentle name of their own. Astronomers call them H2 regions. soft red nurseries scattered along the arms of the galaxy. Imagine a string of soft rose-lit clouds drifting through the spiral arms, each one warm with the birth of new stars. Picture how peaceful those glowing nurseries must be, calm and patient across the ages. As you lie here, let that image of soft red star cradles settle over you, warm and dim and slow. There is a quiet comfort in so many gentle nurseries drifting through the dark. And so the H2 regions glow softly along the galaxy's arms, patient and warm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 29. Though the glowing gas of these clouds is warm, around 10,000 degrees, it is spread so thin that its warmth is gentle, a soft and diffuse heat drifting quietly through the dark. Imagine a vast warm cloud so tenuous that its heat is mild and soft, like the faint warmth of a distant lamp. Picture how gentle that thin and spreading warmth must be, calm and even across the drifting gas. As you rest, let that soft, diffuse warmth settle over your thoughts, mild and slow and calm. There is a soothing gentleness in so soft a heat. And so the warm, thin gas drifts on through the nebulae, gentle and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 30. That soft red glow of hydrogen is the signature color of the star nurseries, the most common gentle hue in all the glowing clouds of the galaxy. Imagine looking out across the spiral arms and seeing them dotted with soft rose lights, each a place where stars are quietly born. Picture how peaceful that scattering of gentle red glows must be, warm and calm across the dark. As you lie here, let that soft red color settle over you, warm and mild and slow. There is a quiet beauty in a color that means new life. And so the rose-red nurseries glow softly through the galaxy, patient and warm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 31. Not all the colors of the nebulae are red. Where oxygen glows within them, it shines a soft and gentle blue-green, cool and calm against the warmer light. Imagine a cloud touched here and there with soft teal and gentle green, calm and cool in the drifting dark. Picture how mild and soothing that soft blue-green light must be, quiet as still water under a pale sky. As you rest, let that gentle color settle over your thoughts, cool and calm and slow. There is a quiet loveliness in so soft a shade, and so the oxygen glows gently blue-green within the clouds, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 32. Other gentle elements add their own soft colors too. Sulfur glows a deeper red, and together with hydrogen and oxygen, these gases paint the nebulae in quiet shades of rose and gold and green. Imagine a great soft cloud brushed with many gentle colors, calm and glowing, each hue the breath of a different gas. Picture how peaceful that soft painting must be. Colors blending quietly across the drifting dark. As you lie here, let that gentle spread of colors settle over you. Calm and warm and slow. There is a quiet beauty in so soft a palette. And so the nebulae glow in their gentle colors through the dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 33. The nearest of the great star nurseries is the Orion Nebula, a soft, glowing cloud about 1,300 light-years away, faintly visible to the eye as a misty star in Orion's sword. Imagine that soft, glowing cloud hanging in the winter sky, so near that its gentle light reaches the naked eye. Picture how calm it must be. A whole nursery of stars drifting quietly within reach of a simple upward glance. As you rest, let that gentle nearby cloud settle over your thoughts, soft and dim and slow. There is a quiet wonder in seeing a star cradle with your own eyes. And so the Orion Nebula glows softly in the winter dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 34. The Orion Nebula is a vast glowing cavern of gas, hollowed out by the light of young stars, where many thousands of new suns are quietly being born. Imagine a great soft chamber of glowing gas, warm and luminous, cradling thousands of gentle new stars within it. Picture how peaceful that immense nursery must be, calm and patient across the drifting ages. As you lie here, let that image of a vast, glowing cradle settle over you, warm and dim and slow. There is a deep comfort in so great a place of gentle beginnings. And so the Orion Nebula glows on through the dark, vast and warm and patient, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 35. At the heart of the Orion Nebula shine 4 hot young stars, gathered close together, known as the trapezium, whose soft light sets the whole vast cloud aglow. Imagine 4 bright young suns nestled at the center of a glowing cloud, their gentle light spreading softly through the gas around them. Picture how calm and steady those 4 young stars must be, quietly lighting their great cradle. As you rest, let that image of a soft, bright heart settle over your thoughts, warm and mild and slow. There is a quiet beauty in so gentle a center. And so the trapezium glows softly within the Orion cloud, patient and warm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 36. Deeper in the sky lies the Eagle Nebula, a soft, glowing cloud of gas and dust where new stars are quietly forming, and within it stand some of the most famous shapes in all the heavens. Imagine a great soft cloud drifting in the dark, warm with new light, holding gentle towers of dust within it. Picture how calm and patient that glowing nursery must be, slowly shaping stars across the ages. As you lie here, let that image of a soft, distant cradle settle over you, warm and dim and slow. There is a quiet wonder in so gentle a place. And so the Eagle Nebula glows softly through the dark, patient and warm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 37. Within the Eagle Nebula rise the pillars of creation, towering columns of gas and dust light-years tall, standing softly in the glow, where new stars are quietly forming at their crowns. Imagine 3 great soft towers of dusky cloud, gently lit from beyond, rising slowly through the glowing gas. Picture how calm and patient those vast pillars must be, standing quietly across the ages while stars form within them. As you rest, let that image of gentle, towering clouds settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and soft. There is a quiet grandeur in so soft a shape. And so, The pillars of creation stand gently in the glow, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 38. The great pillars are slowly being shaped by the soft light of the young stars nearby, gently sculpted across long ages into their towering forms. Imagine the soft light easing quietly against the dusty towers, shaping them ever so slowly, patient beyond all haste. Picture how gentle that slow sculpting must be, a cloud carved softly by nothing more than light. As you lie here, let that image of gentle, patient shaping settle over you, calm and slow and soft. There is a quiet beauty in something formed so gradually. And so the pillars are shaped softly by the starlight, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 39. Far in the southern sky drifts the Carina Nebula, one of the largest glowing clouds we know, cradling some of the most massive young stars in the galaxy. Imagine a vast, soft cloud of glowing gas, immense and calm, holding great, bright young suns within its gentle folds. Picture how patient and grand that enormous nursery must be, drifting slowly across the deep. As you rest, let that image of a vast, glowing cradle settle over your thoughts, calm and warm and slow. There is a deep peace in so great and gentle a cloud. And so the Carina Nebula glows softly in the southern dark, vast and patient, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 40. In the summer sky drifts the Lagoon Nebula, a broad, soft cloud of glowing gas with a bright and gentle heart, a quiet nursery in the direction of Sagittarius. Imagine a wide, soft glow drifting low among the summer stars, calm and warm, cradling new suns within it. Picture how peaceful that broad, gentle cloud must be, glowing softly across the dark. As you lie here, let that image of a wide, warm nursery settle over you, calm and dim and slow. There is a quiet loveliness in so soft a cloud. And so the Lagoon Nebula glows gently in the summer dark, patient and warm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 41. Nearby drifts the Trifid Nebula, gently divided by soft, dark lanes of dust into quiet petals, and glowing in both the rose red of hydrogen and the soft blue of reflected starlight. Imagine a soft, flower-like cloud, drifting in the dark, warm rose light, threaded with dusky shadow and touched with gentle blue. Picture how peaceful that soft, divided cloud must be, calm and colorful across the ages. As you rest, let that image of a gentle petaled nebula settle over your thoughts, calm and warm and slow. There is a quiet beauty in so soft a shape. And so the Trifid Nebula glows gently through the dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 42. In the great nurseries, the colors gather softly together, the warm rose of glowing hydrogen and the cool blue of dust catching starlight, mingling gently where new stars are born. Imagine a soft cloud glowing in tender pink and gentle blue at once, calm and luminous in the drifting dark. Picture how peaceful that soft blend of colors must be, warm and cool together across the gas. As you lie here, let that gentle mingling of light settle over you, calm and soft and slow. There is a quiet loveliness in so soft appearing. And so the star nurseries glow in rose and blue, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 43. Some nebulae do not glow with any light of their own, but shine only by softly reflecting the light of nearby stars. And these gentle clouds are called reflection nebulae. Imagine a soft cloud of dust drifting beside a bright star, catching its light and glowing quietly with a borrowed gleam. Picture how gentle and mild that reflected glow must be, calm and soft against the dark. As you rest, let that image of a softly shining cloud settle over your thoughts, calm and dim and slow. There is a quiet beauty in light gently borrowed and returned. And so the reflection nebulae glow softly through the dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 44. Reflection nebulae shine a soft and gentle blue, for their fine dust scatters blue light most easily, much the same reason our own daytime sky is blue. Imagine a soft blue cloud drifting in the dark, its dust catching and scattering the bluest light of a nearby star. Picture how calm and cool that gentle blue glow must be, soft as a clear sky at the edge of evening. As you lie here, let that soft blue color settle over you, calm and cool and slow. There is a quiet loveliness in so gentle a blue. And so the reflection nebulae glow softly blue through the dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 45. The lovely Pleiades cluster drifts within a soft blue haze, a reflection nebula of fine dust. The young stars are quietly passing through, gently lit as they go. Imagine a small crowd of bright blue stars wrapped in a soft glowing mist, calm and cool in the winter dark. Picture how gentle that soft blue veil must be, drifting quietly around the young stars. As you rest, let that image of stars in a soft blue mist settle over your thoughts, calm and cool and slow. There is a quiet beauty in so gentle a shroud. And so the Pleiades glow softly within their blue haze, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 46. Other nebulae give off no light at all. They are the dark nebulae, cold clouds of dust so thick that they quietly hide the stars that lie beyond them. Imagine a soft patch of deeper dark drifting across the glowing field of stars, calm and still, gently veiling the light behind it. Picture how peaceful that quiet darkness must be, a cloud content simply to drift and hide. As you lie here, let that image of a soft, dark cloud settle over you, calm and dim and slow. There is a gentle restfulness in so quiet a dark, and so the dark nebulae drift on across the stars, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 47. A dark nebula shows itself not by shining, but by the soft absence of stars, a gentle patch of nothing where the dust has quietly drawn its veil across the light. Imagine looking up at a field of soft stars and finding a calm, dark island where none shine through, gentle and still. Picture how peaceful that quiet gap must be, a soft shadow drifting among the lights. As you rest, let that image of a gentle dark patch settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and soft. There is a quiet beauty in the soft dark within the light. And so the dark nebulae drift on among the stars, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 48. One of the most beloved dark nebulae is the Horsehead, a soft column of dark dust that rises gently against a glowing red cloud, shaped by chance like a horse's quiet head. Imagine a soft, dusky shape lifting slowly out of the dark, framed against the gentle rose glow beyond. Picture how calm and still that quiet silhouette must be, drifting patiently across the ages. As you lie here, let that image of a soft, dark shape settle over you, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet loveliness in so gentle a form. And so the Horsehead drifts on against the glowing dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 49. In the southern Milky Way drifts the Coal Sack, a dark nebula so large and near that it can be seen with the naked eye. A soft, dark hollow among the crowded stars. Imagine a calm patch of deeper dark set softly against the bright river of the Milky Way, gentle and still. Picture how peaceful that quiet, dark cloud must be, drifting slowly among the southern stars. As you rest, let that image of a soft, dark hollow settle over your thoughts, calm and dim and slow. There is a quiet restfulness in so gentle a shadow. And so the coal sack drifts on through the southern dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 50. The dark nebulae are the very same cold molecular clouds that cradle new stars. Their quiet darkness is not an ending, but a patient waiting, a cradle not yet lit. Imagine a soft, dark cloud drifting calmly in the deep, holding within its stillness the quiet promise of stars to come. Picture how patient that gentle darkness must be, waiting across long ages for its first faint light. As you lie here, let that image of a waiting, hopeful dark settle over you, calm and slow and soft. There is a quiet comfort in a darkness so full of promise. And so the dark clouds drift on, patient and calm, cradling the stars to come, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 51. Soft lanes of dust wind through the glowing nebulae like gentle, dark rivers, tracing quiet channels of shadow across the warm and shining gas. Imagine long, calm ribbons of dusk drifting through a soft, glowing cloud, quiet and smooth against the light. Picture how peaceful those dusky lanes must be, gentle shadows resting within the glow. As you rest, let that soft interplay of light and shadow settle over your thoughts, calm and smooth and slow. There is a quiet beauty in the gentle dark threaded through the light. And so the dust lanes wind on through the nebulae, dusky and soft and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 52. The same fine dust that darkens a nebula is precious stuff, for it will help to build the planets and worlds that gather around the new stars. Imagine those tiny, soft grains drifting quietly through the cloud, each one a gentle seed of some future world. Picture how patient that scattered dust must be, waiting across the ages to become mountains and oceans and stone. As you lie here, let that image of gentle world-making dust settle over you, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet wonder in so small a thing holding so much. And so the dust drifts on through the nebulae, patient and calm, the soft seed of worlds resting quietly in the dark. Fact 53. Just as the nebulae cradle the stars at their beginning, they receive them again at their ending. For when a star grows old, it returns its gas softly to the dark. Imagine an old star at the close of its long life, gently letting its outer breath drift away into a soft, glowing cloud. Picture how calm and tender that slow return must be, a star giving its gas quietly back to the deep. As you rest, let that image of a gentle ending settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and soft. There is a quiet peace in so soft a return, and so the stars drift softly home to the nebulae, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 54. When a gentle star like our own sun grows old, it slowly swells into a red giant, its outer layers loosening softly and easing gently outward into space. Imagine an old star quietly expanding, calm and slow, its soft red glow spreading gently against the dark. Picture how patient that slow swelling must be, a star easing softly toward its long rest. As you lie here, let that image of a calm and reddening star settle over you, warm and mild and slow. There is a quiet gentleness in so soft an aging, and so the old red giant swells slowly in the dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 55. The aging star gently sheds its outer layers, breath by soft breath, until they drift away as a glowing shell of gas, easing outward into the surrounding dark. Imagine an old star quietly letting go of its outer layers, layer by gentle layer, releasing it softly into space. Picture how calm and tender that slow letting go must be, a star breathing gently out across the ages. As you rest, let that image of a soft and patient releasing settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet grace in so gentle a letting go. And so the old star sheds its layers softly into the dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 56. That soft, glowing shell of cast-off gas is called a planetary nebula, a name given long ago because, through early telescopes, its gentle round shape looked much like a distant planet. Imagine a soft, luminous bubble of gas drifting quietly around an old star, calm and round against the dark. Picture how peaceful that gentle, glowing shell must be, easing slowly outward across the ages. As you lie here, let that image of a soft, round cloud settle over you, calm and dim and slow. There is a quiet beauty in so gentle a shape. And so the planetary nebulae glow softly through the dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 57. A planetary nebula has nothing at all to do with planets. The gentle name is only an old and kindly mistake, kept fondly ever since. Imagine those early watchers seeing a soft, round glow and thinking of a far and misty world, and naming it so. Picture how gentle that old misunderstanding was. A soft name, that has stayed lovingly in place. As you rest, let that image of a fondly mistaken name settle over your thoughts, calm and mild and slow. There is a quiet warmth in a name kept out of affection, and so the planetary nebulae carry their gentle old name, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 58. At the very center of a planetary nebula rests the old star's exposed heart, a small hot ember called a white dwarf, whose soft light gently lights the drifting shell around it. Imagine a tiny bright core at the middle of a soft glowing cloud, calm and steady, warming the gas it long ago released. Picture how quiet and patient that small hot heart must be, glowing gently at the center of its shell. As you lie here, let that image of a soft, bright core settle over you, calm and warm and slow. There is a quiet peace in so gentle a center, and so the white dwarf glows softly within its nebula, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 59. The white dwarf's soft ultraviolet light gently sets the cast-off gas aglow, lighting the shell into soft rings and bubbles and gentle glowing shapes. Imagine an old star's shed breath softly kindling, glowing quietly in rings of tender color around its small bright heart. Picture how calm and even that gentle lighting must be, a shell warmed softly from within. As you rest, let that image of a soft glowing ring settle over your thoughts, calm and dim and slow. There is a quiet loveliness in so gentle a light. And so the planetary nebulae glow softly around their stars, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 60. One of the loveliest of these is the Ring Nebula, a soft glowing smoke ring of gas drifting quietly around a dying star, a gentle circle of light in the summer sky. Imagine a soft, luminous hoop of gas hanging calmly in the dark, gently cast off by the star at its center. Picture how peaceful that soft ring of light must be, drifting slowly outward across the ages. As you lie here, let that image of a gentle, glowing ring settle over you, calm and dim and slow. There is a quiet beauty in so soft a circle. And so the Ring Nebula glows softly through the summer dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 61. One of the nearest of all the bright planetary nebulae is the Helix, a great soft eye of glowing gas, about 650 light-years away, gazing quietly out of the dark. Imagine a vast, soft ring of gently glowing gas, calm and round, drifting quietly in the deep like a great patient eye. Picture how peaceful that soft, glowing circle must be, easing slowly outward across the ages. As you rest, let that image of a gentle cosmic eye settle over your thoughts, calm and dim and slow. There is a quiet loveliness in so soft a shape. And so the Helix glows softly through the dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 62. The Cat's Eye Nebula is among the most intricate of all, a soft nest of glowing shells set one gently inside another, cast off by its dying star in slow and patient pulses. Imagine a delicate cloud of nested glowing bubbles, soft and layered, drifting quietly around a small, bright heart. Picture how gentle and patient that slow nesting must be. Shell within shell, across the ages. As you lie here, let that image of soft, layered light settle over you, calm and dim and slow. There is a quiet beauty in so intricate a calm. And so the cat's eye glows softly through the dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 63. Planetary nebulae take many gentle shapes: soft rings, quiet hourglasses, and delicate butterflies, shaped by the slow spin of the dying star and the pull of any companion nearby. Imagine a gallery of soft glowing shells, some round, some winged, some pinched gently at the middle, each drifting calm in the dark. Picture how peaceful that variety of shapes must be, each one formed slowly and gently. As you rest, let that image of soft and varied light settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet loveliness in so many gentle forms, and so the planetary nebulae glow in their soft shapes, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 64. A planetary nebula is a brief and gentle thing, glowing softly for only some tens of thousands of years before its gas drifts too far apart to shine, and it fades quietly into the dark. Imagine a soft glowing shell easing slowly outward, growing gentler and dimmer across the ages, until at last it melts softly into the deep. Picture how tender that slow fading must be, a quiet light returning gently to the dark. As you lie here, let that image of a soft and fading glow settle over you, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet peace in so gentle an ending. And so the planetary nebulae glow and fade softly, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 65. As the shell drifts away, it carries with it carbon and oxygen forged deep inside the old star, returning these gentle riches softly to the space between the stars. Imagine an old star's soft breath drifting outward, laden quietly with the elements it made across its long life. Picture how patient and generous that slow returning must be, a star giving its riches gently back to the dark. As you rest, let that image of a soft and giving cloud settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet grace in so gentle a gift. And so the planetary nebulae return their riches softly, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 66. The white dwarf left behind slowly cools across billions of years, a small, quiet ember fading ever so gently in the dark, in no hurry at all. Imagine a tiny warm coal drifting alone in the deep, its soft glow easing gradually dimmer across ages upon ages. Picture how patient that slow cooling must be, a gentle fading beyond all haste. As you lie here, let that image of a soft, cooling ember settle over you, calm and warm and slow. There is a quiet peace in so gentle a fading. And so the white dwarf cools softly through the dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 67. Our own sun will one day drift gently through this very path, swelling to a red giant and softly casting off a glowing shell of its own, far, far in the quiet future. Imagine our familiar star, ages from now, easing gently into a soft, glowing nebula, calm and slow and beautiful. Picture how peaceful that distant ending must be, unimaginably far away and utterly unhurried. As you rest, let that image of a gentle, far-off future settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and soft. There is a quiet comfort in so gentle a destiny. And so the sun will one day make its soft nebula, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 68. The most massive stars end their lives in a different way, casting off their outer layers all at once in the great bloom we call a supernova. Imagine a heavy old star gently releasing its whole outer shell into space, a vast, soft glow spreading calmly outward through the dark. Picture how immense yet unhurried that great releasing must be, unfolding gently across the ages. As you lie here, let that image of a vast, soft bloom settle over you, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet grandeur in so great a gentle ending. And so the massive stars return their gas in one soft bloom, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 69. Though a supernova is one of the mightiest events in all the universe, from far away and across the ages, it appears only as a soft and slowly spreading glow, calm and beautiful in the dark. Imagine a great cloud of gas easing outward from where a star once shone, gentle and luminous, drifting slowly across the deep. Picture how calm that vast expanse must seem from afar, all its power smoothed into a soft and quiet spreading. As you rest, let that image of a gentle, spreading glow settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet beauty even in so great an ending. And so the supernova's glow spreads softly through the dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 70. The scattered gas of such a star drifts on for ages as a supernova remnant, a soft, expanding shell of glowing threads easing gently outward through the dark. Imagine a great, delicate web of glowing filaments drifting slowly outward, calm and luminous against the black. Picture how gentle and patient that slow, spreading shell must be, easing outward across thousands of quiet years. As you lie here, let that image of soft, glowing threads settle over you, calm and dim and slow. There is a quiet loveliness in so gentle a remnant. And so the supernova remnants drift on through the dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 71. The most famous of these is the Crab Nebula, the soft, glowing remnant of a star seen to end its life in the year 1054, still drifting gently outward nearly 1,000 years later. Imagine a soft tangle of glowing threads easing slowly outward, the gentle echo of a light that watchers saw so long ago. Picture how patient that slow spreading must be, drifting quietly across the centuries. As you rest, let that image of a soft, ancient remnant settle over your thoughts, calm and dim and slow. There is a quiet wonder in a light still drifting from so long ago. And so the Crab Nebula glows softly through the dark, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 72. At the heart of the crab spins a tiny, dense star, the collapsed core left behind, gently sweeping the dark with a soft and steady beam. Imagine a small, quiet heart turning smoothly at the center of the glowing cloud, its gentle pulse steady as a distant lighthouse. Picture how calm and faithful that steady spinning must be, unfailing across the ages. As you lie here, let that image of a soft, steady beat settle over you, calm and even and slow. There is a quiet peace in so gentle a rhythm. And so the little star spins softly within the crab, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 73. The gas a dying star returns is not the same as the gas it was born from. For within its long life and in its final moments, the star has quietly forged new elements, carbon, oxygen and iron, and gives them gently back. Imagine an old star's soft breath drifting outward, richer now, carrying the elements it patiently made across its life. Picture how generous and calm that slow returning must be, a star seeding the dark with quiet gifts. As you rest, let that image of a soft, enriching cloud settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet grace in so gentle a giving, and so the stars return their riches softly to the nebulae, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 74. The heaviest and most precious elements of all, gold and silver, were forged in the great endings of massive stars and in the slow meeting of dead stars, and scattered gently into the drifting clouds. Imagine those rare and gleaming atoms drifting quietly through a soft nebula, once made in a star's last gentle bloom. Picture how patient that slow scattering must be, precious dust easing softly through the dark. As you lie here, let that image of gentle scattered riches settle over you, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet wonder in treasure made among the stars, and so the precious elements drift on through the nebulae, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 75. This enriched gas mingles slowly into the great molecular clouds, and from it, the next generation of stars is quietly gathered, each new sun seeded with the gifts of those before. Imagine an old star's soft returned breath, drifting gently into a cold, dark cloud, mixing quietly into the makings of new stars. Picture how patient that slow mingling must be, one generation softly feeding the next. As you rest, let that image of a gentle passing on settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet comfort in so soft a continuing, and so the enriched gas drifts into new clouds, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 76. So the nebulae turn through a great and gentle cycle, from birth to death and to birth again, gas becoming stars and stars becoming gas across the endless ages. Imagine that slow and patient wheel of matter, clouds giving rise to suns, and suns returning softly to clouds, turning quietly forever. Picture how calm and endless that great cycle must be, drifting on without haste or end. As you lie here, let that image of a soft and turning circle settle over you, calm and slow and sure. There is deep peace in so gentle and endless a turning, and so the nebulae turn on through the ages, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 77. Each new generation of stars is a little richer than the last, gathered from clouds seeded with the soft ash of the stars that came before. Imagine a long and gentle lineage of stars, each one born from the returned gifts of its elders, drifting quietly down the ages. Picture how patient that slow inheritance must be. Riches passed softly from star to star. As you rest, let that image of a gentle lineage settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet comfort in so soft a passing down, and so the generations of stars grow gently richer, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 78. Even the fine dust of the nebulae is made in the stars, forged in the soft winds of aging suns and in the slow blooms of supernovae, then scattered gently into the dark. Imagine those tiny grains drifting quietly outward from old stars, easing softly into the great clouds across the ages. Picture how patient that slow making of dust must be, star after star gently seeding the dark. As you lie here, let that image of soft star-made dust settle over you, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet wonder in dust born of starlight. And so the dust drifts on through the nebulae, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 79. Our own sun was born from just such a nebula, gathered gently from a great cloud of gas and dust some 4.5 billion years ago, quiet and slow. Imagine a vast, soft cloud drifting in the ancient dark, slowly gathering itself across long ages into the star that would become our sun. Picture how patient and gentle that slow beginning must have been, calm across unimaginable time. As you rest, let that image of our own quiet origin settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and warm. There is a deep comfort in so gentle a beginning. And so our sun was cradled softly by a nebula, patient and calm, resting quietly long ago. Fact 80. The great cloud that gave the sun its birth has long since drifted apart, and the sibling stars born beside it have scattered gently across the whole wide galaxy. Imagine our sun's soft cradle slowly dissolving into the dark, its many young stars easing quietly away in every direction. Picture how gentle that slow scattering must have been. A family of suns drifting softly apart across the ages. As you lie here, let that image of a gently scattered family settle over you, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet tenderness in so soft a parting. And so the sun's lost siblings drift on through the galaxy, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 81. Some believe the sun's own cloud was gently nudged into gathering by a nearby star's soft bloom, its slow shockwave easing the cloud to draw together. Imagine a soft wave easing quietly through the ancient cloud, gently pressing its gas a little closer, helping our sun begin. Picture how patient and gentle that slow nudging must have been, one star softly helping another to be born. As you rest, Let that image of a gentle helping wave settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet grace in so soft a beginning. And so the sun may have been kindled by a distant star's gift, patient and calm, resting quietly long ago. Fact 82. The atoms of your own body, the calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen in each soft breath, were all made in the stars and drifted long ago through these gentle clouds. Imagine those tiny atoms easing quietly through a soft nebula ages ago, drifting patiently until at last they gathered here into you. Picture how gentle and long that great journey must have been, star stuff drifting softly across the deep. As you lie here, let that thought settle warmly over you, a soft kinship with the glowing clouds far away. There is deep comfort in being made of such quiet, ancient light. And so the nebulae live gently on within you, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 83. The very water within you and the carbon that shapes you once drifted as gas and dust through the soft clouds between the stars, long before the Earth was ever formed. Imagine those gentle atoms adrift in a quiet nebula, easing patiently through the dark across ages beyond counting on their slow way to you. Picture how long and gentle that great journey must have been, calm and unhurried through the deep. As you rest, let that image of your own ancient origin settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and warm. There is a quiet wonder in being so old and so far traveled. And so the stuff of you drifted softly through the nebulae, patient and calm, resting quietly long ago. Fact 84. And so, in a gentle and true way, we are children of the nebulae, gathered from their soft drifting gas, made of the same quiet stuff as the stars. Imagine the soft glowing clouds far away, and know that you are kin to them, born of the same gentle dust. Picture how tender that quiet kinship must be, a soft thread joining you to the drifting clouds. As you lie here, let that gentle belonging settle warmly over you, calm and slow and soft. There is deep comfort in belonging so quietly to the stars. And so we rest as children of the nebulae, patient and calm, held gently in the dark. Fact 85. If you could drift inside a glowing nebula, you would hardly see it at all, for its gas is so thin that only across light years does it gather into visible light. Imagine floating within a great rose-lit cloud and finding nothing around you but faint and gentle dark. Picture how soft that hidden glow must be, a beauty that only distance can gather together. As you rest, let that image of a quiet, invisible cloud settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet wonder in something so lovely and so faint. And so the nebulae glow softly only from afar, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 86. Every nebula we see is only a single soft moment in a slow and endless turning of gas, a gentle glimpse of a cloud forever easing from one form into another. Imagine catching sight of a soft cloud mid-drift, one quiet frame of a story that unfolds across millions of patient years, Picture how gentle and slow that great turning must be, always changing, never in any hurry. As you lie here, let that image of a soft unfolding moment settle over you, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet peace in so gentle a change. And so the nebulae drift softly through their slow turning, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 87. Everywhere across the galaxy, quietly and without ceasing, gas is gathering softly into new stars, while old stars breathe their gas gently back, all at once and all of it calm. Imagine the whole galaxy alive with soft, slow beginnings and endings, clouds and stars easing quietly into one another across the deep. Picture how peaceful that endless, gentle exchange must be. Calm and patient in every corner of the dark. As you rest, let that image of a soft and ceaseless turning settle over your thoughts. Calm and slow and sure. There is deep comfort in so gentle a rhythm, everywhere at once. And so the galaxy turns softly through its cycle, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 88. The Milky Way alone holds thousands upon thousands of nebulae, soft glowing clouds and dark drifting ones scattered gently all along its shining arms. Imagine our galaxy strung with countless soft clouds, some rose-lit, some dusky, all drifting quietly through the spiral arms. Picture how peaceful that great scattering of gentle clouds must be, calm and patient across the deep. As you lie here, let that image of countless soft nebulae settle over you, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet wonder in so many gentle clouds at once, and so the nebulae drift on through the Milky Way, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 89. The soft colors of the nebulae are gentler than our eyes can easily catch, and it is patient cameras gathering light across long hours that reveal their tender rose and quiet teal. Imagine a faint grey cloud slowly blooming into soft color as a patient lens drinks in its light across the quiet hours. Picture how gentle that slow gathering of color must be, a cloud's soft hues easing quietly into view. As you rest, let that image of soft, revealed color settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet beauty in colors found through patience, and so the nebulae reveal their soft colors gently, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 90. To the unaided eye, most nebulae are only faint grey smudges of soft light. Their gentle colors are a quiet gift, drawn out slowly by patient watching. Imagine gazing up and finding a soft, pale wisp among the stars, calm and dim, its true colors hidden gently in the dark. Picture how patient one must be to coax out those soft hues, gathering light across the quiet hours. As you lie here, let that image of a soft gray wisp settle over you, calm and dim and slow. There is a quiet loveliness even in so faint a glow. And so the nebulae drift on, gently pale to the eye, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 91. Yet a few of the nearest nebulae are bright enough to see without any telescope at all. The misty glow in Orion's sword, the faint cloud of the lagoon, gentle patches among the stars. Imagine looking up on a dark and quiet night and finding those soft, faint glows with only your own eyes, calm and dim and far. Picture how gentle that quiet sight must be, a whole glowing cloud reaching softly to your gaze. As you rest, let that image of a soft, naked-eye nebula settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet wonder in seeing such clouds unaided, and so the nearest nebulae glow softly to the eye, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 92. Great telescopes like the Hubble and the James Webb reveal the nebulae in tender detail, and Webb, gazing in infrared, can see gently through the dust into the hidden hearts of the clouds. Imagine a great calm eye, drifting far from Earth, softly parting the dusty veils to glimpse the quiet cradles within. Picture how patient and gentle that deep looking must be, peering softly into the heart of the dark. As you lie here, let that image of a patient watching eye settle over you, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet wonder in seeing so gently and so deep. And so the great telescopes reveal the nebulae softly, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 93. Peering through the dust, the Webb telescope finds the hidden protostars glowing softly within their cocoons, the youngest stars quietly kindling deep in the clouds. Imagine tiny new warmths glimpsed gently through the veils of dust, soft glimmers of stars just beginning within the dark. Picture how tender and hidden those first lights must be, warm and patient in their gentle cradles. As you rest, let that image of soft hidden beginnings settle over your thoughts, calm and warm and slow. There is a quiet intimacy in seeing stars so newly born. And so the young stars glow softly within their clouds, patient and warm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 94. The nebulae are not ours alone. Galaxy after galaxy is strung with glowing clouds, and the soft rose lights of distant nurseries trace the spiral arms of galaxies far across the deep. Imagine other great spirals drifting in the dark, their arms softly dotted with the same rose glow of starbirth as our own. Picture how peaceful that shared gentle light must be, nurseries glowing calmly in one spiral after another. As you lie here, let that image of countless distant nebulae settle over you, calm and slow and mild. There is a quiet comfort in so widespread a gentleness. And so the nebulae glow softly through all the galaxies, patient and calm, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 95. The most active glowing nursery we know drifts in a neighbor galaxy, the great Tarantula Nebula, quietly making more stars than any nursery near us, yet soft and calm across its vast reach. Imagine an immense, soft cloud in a distant galaxy, glowing gently as it cradles thousands upon thousands of new stars. Picture how vast and patient so great a nursery must be, calm across distances almost too large to hold. As you rest, let that image of an enormous, gentle cradle settle over your thoughts, calm and slow and vast. There is deep peace in so great and soft a cloud. And so the tarantula glows softly in its distant galaxy, patient and calm, resting quietly in the deep. Fact 96. The cast-off shell of a planetary nebula drifts outward at a steady pace, widening a little more with every quiet year, never hurrying and never stopping. Imagine a soft ring of gas easing ever wider in the dark, growing gentler and thinner as the ages pass. Picture how patient that slow widening must be, a cloud opening softly outward across the centuries. As you lie here, let that slow and steady opening settle over you, calm and even and slow. There is deep calm in something that spreads so gently. And so the glowing shells drift ever wider through the dark, soft and unhurried, resting quietly in the endless night. Fact 97. For all their beauty and their vast, slow motion, the nebulae are utterly silent, drifting through the deep without the faintest sound, calm in a stillness beyond all noise. Imagine those soft, glowing clouds easing quietly through the dark, their gentle drifting unfolding in perfect silence across the ages. Picture how deep and gentle that quiet must be. A stillness so complete, it wraps the whole of space. As you rest, let that vast silence settle over you, soft and calm and soothing, quieter than any night on earth. There is profound peace in so gentle a silence. And so the nebulae drift on in perfect quiet, calm and still, resting silently in the endless dark. Fact 98. A nebula changes so slowly that in a whole human life it never seems to stir at all, holding its soft shape gently against the dark for far longer than we can ever watch. Imagine a cloud so patient that it looks perfectly still to us, drifting and changing only across ages beyond our years. Picture how calm and unhurried that great slowness must be, a stillness that outlasts all our waking. As you lie here, let that deep and gentle patience settle over you, calm and slow and sure. There is deep rest in something so unhurried, so willing to hold still. And so the nebulae drift on, still and soft to our eyes, resting quietly in the dark. Fact 99. Wherever we look in the deep, near or far, the nebulae are drifting gently on, cradling stars and receiving them home, glowing rose and blue and dusky dark, all easing quietly through the endless night. Imagine them all together now, the bright nurseries and the soft shed shells, the glowing clouds and the dark, each one resting calmly in the same vast dark. Picture that great gentle gathering of clouds, drifting slowly, needing nothing, troubling no one. As you drift towards sleep, let them all move quietly through your mind, calm and patient and slow. There is peace in their beauty and comfort in their calm. And so the nebulae drift on through the dark, every soft glowing one of them, holding gently still beyond our sky. Fact 100. And so we come to the last of our nebulae, the soft glowing clouds that drift forever through the calm and endless dark, cradling the stars at their beginning and receiving them gently home at their end. Out among the stars glow rose-red nurseries and soft blue mists, dark drifting clouds, and the tender shells of dying suns, and every one of them at peace, Imagine them all now, near and far, glowing and dark, birth and return, each easing softly through the deep. There is nothing to fear in that endless dark, only the gentle turning of gas into stars and stars into gas, patient and calm and slow. As you sink towards sleep, let them gather softly in your mind, all those quiet clouds drifting in the night. Let their calm become your calm, their stillness your stillness. And as you drift away, remember that everywhere out there, seen and unseen, the gentle nebulae drift peacefully tonight, cradling and returning, just as you rest now. And so we come to the end of our slow journey among the nebulae. You have drifted past the cold, dark clouds where stars are gently born, past the glowing nurseries of rose and blue, past the soft shed shells of dying suns and the quiet remnants of their endings. Everything out there is calm now, and everything here is calm too. There is nothing left to do, nowhere left to go, only this soft and settling quiet. Let your breath grow slow and easy, and let the countless nebulae drift gently on without you, patient and peaceful in the endless night. Sleep now, warm and safe and still, among the soft clouds that cradle the stars and ask nothing of you. There is no ending here, only a long and gentle fading, soft and slow, into deep and easy sleep. Good night.